Are you hungry for the latest news and trends from the internet? Welcome to What's Cooking on the Internet, your one-stop shop for discovering the hottest digital delights. Hit that subscribe button and let's get cooking.
Can we really trust our senses when they're amplified by tech? Let's talk about it in the comments. Watching shows with subtitles on has become super common, especially with streaming services. But have you ever stopped to think about how those subtitles affect our perception of the world? For example, if you've watched Netflix with subtitles on lately, you might have noticed the fancy descriptive captions they use. Like, who comes up with sibilant trilling and eldritch thrumming? So, what's behind this trend of fancy subtitles? Is it just about making the experience more immersive for people who are deaf or hard of hearing, or is it something more? Some people think these subtitles are getting too carried away, creating a false sense of connection with the characters and the world. Their Netflix just gave users the option to turn off those fancy subtitles and go back to the basics. But what does that say about our desire for control over what we watch? And what are the implications for how we consume media? One possible outcome is that we'll tune out the sensory details of a show and focus on the plot. But that could also mean we lose that immersive feeling. On the other hand, ditching the fancy subtitles could be a step towards a more authentic viewing experience. Another way to look at it is that this shift reflects a broader cultural trend towards making things more accessible and inclusive by giving users the option to turn off the fancy subtitles. Netflix is acknowledging that its audience is diverse and providing a more inclusive experience. But it also raises questions about how technology shapes our perceptions of the world. In the end, it's up to us to decide whether to disable or enable those fancy subtitles. But it's worth thinking about the implications of this trend and what it says about our relationship with technology and our senses. As we keep navigating the world of streaming services, let's think critically about how tech is shaping our perceptions of reality.